Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mirabelle, and as you know, this is the diary of Mirabelle. I want us to talk about something that has plagued our generation so much, and that is mental health abuse. I say mental health abuse because, see, don't get me wrong, I know that mental health exists and people suffer terribly from poor mental health, and even the awareness for mental health is not so common. Like sometimes people have to go the extra mile to actually prove that their mental health is in shambles, which is why I am always finding this new trend. I call it a new trend because this generation has just proven time and time again that we want to be unaccountable for anything. Like, accountability doesn't mean anything to us anymore. You talk about people's relationships, they don't want to be accountable. You talk about their friendships, they don't want to be accountable. You talk about their morals, their life, their character, they do not want to be accountable. And it's crazy because the funny thing is that they cannot even own it with their full chests. They do these things, and then when you react, or when you talk, or when you point it out, you hear things like, my mental health is this, my mental health is that. Really? Like, why are you quick to use the mental health card after you have misbehaved? Why are you doing that? Like, you find it so convenient to just pull out the mental health card once you have been found wanting in your behavior, in accountability, in your morals, in whatever. Like, you are trying to be promiscuous and maybe someone calls you out or someone talks about it. At first you're busy forming woke, and then all of a sudden you're like, because everybody is talking about it, you're suddenly like, oh, you guys, you're not worried about my mental health. You don't know I'm going through a lot. You don't know I'm this, I'm that. Like, make it make sense. Mental health is not, people who create awareness for mental health every day, or people who are actually suffering from mental health, are not suffering so that you can use it as an escape route to your problems. No, they are not going through all of that. So you can just come up, whip the mental health card out, and use it to maneuver your inadequacies. Now, I am saying this because a few weeks ago, there was a video of a teenager who fought with her teacher. I am not going to spell out the school, but if you listened to the news, I am sure you know quite well what I am talking about. Now, a student fought with her teacher, and there was this blogger who said the girl was traumatized. She was probably going through a lot, her mental health. Who did this to you people? Like, who did this to you? Why are you people like this? Like, a traumatized kid is not going to go about wanting to beat their teacher. It doesn't make sense. Maybe you should help me make it make sense. But personally, I am sorry to say it does not make any sense. A traumatized kid would rather be the one that is being bullied by the teacher. It doesn't make any sense that the traumatized kid is actually the one doing the bullying fighting their teacher. In fact, this kid or this teenager actually fought with the teacher, pushed the teacher down, and the teacher ended up having, was it a fracture or something? And when I saw that comment from the blog, I was like, yeah, the Gen Zs, they are here again with excuses. Like, we want to do things and get away with them. You want to be woke, fine. You want to show that your own education, or you're more advanced, you're more modernized, you're being positive. Own it with your chest. Don't do it, and then when it is time to be accountable, you step back and you're hiding behind the umbrella of mental health or trauma or going through a lot. I still maintain that it doesn't make any sense. I think it's about time we start being accountable for things. We start being accountable for our behavior. We start being accountable for our character. We start being accountable for everything. Like, we cannot just keep doing the I don't want to be accountable, and then it is still you that is trying to hide under the umbrella of mental health. Like, you're doing a great disservice to the people who are actually going through mental health issues. And see, it doesn't make any sense, because you're making them not to be seen for what they are going through. You're making them not to be seen for the struggles they are having. It's just like, for instance, you know that, okay, in your workplace, they pardon people living with sickle cell disease, or they allow them take a lot of leaves so that they can rest properly, and they wouldn't be at risk of having crisis. And then you just go and you're like, any little thing, like you miss work, you don't go to work for 2 days, and then when you finally show up, you're like, I have sickle cell disease. Does that make sense to you? It doesn't. That's how I feel. So I honestly think that instead of you not being accountable, try being accountable. Because when you throw words around, words that are actually people's reality, words that actually mean people's lives, words that actually describe what people are actually going through in real time, when you throw those kind of words around carelessly, what you're doing is you're blocking the way for these people to be acknowledged, for these people to be taken seriously, for these people to be seen and helped. You're trumping that word, you're trumping their situation, you're making it difficult for people to get to, understand them, for them to get the right amount of help that they need. Because in no time, many people are going to be discarding anybody who comes and say, oh, my mental health is in shambles. People would no longer take them seriously just because you were being woke, and you cannot be woke with your full chest. See, it's one of two things. It's either you are accountable or you're not. And it's either you're woke and owning it with your chest, or you're not. Pick a struggle and stop using the realities of people to try and shy away from your consequences, or from the consequences of your actions. I hope you really are going to do something about this accountability thing. If you are part of those people who throw the mental health, trauma, I'm going through a lot. If you are the kind who throws such words around carelessly, please, please, I am begging you, take heed and do better. Okay, so this is the point where I come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching up until this point. I am grateful for the gift of you. And if you have not yet subscribed, you like my content, you want to see more of my face, you want to see more of my content, this is a point where you subscribed. And by the way, I am filming this video by 2 a.m. in the morning. like you're sleeping, you were sleeping as that when I was filming this video. So please take a moment to like and share. It will mean the world to me if you do that. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.